I'm going to walk you through the first 5 minutes on Quill.org from the teacher end of things. When I log in with my school email, I can scroll down. This is my home page. It says how many activities I've assigned. The first place I would go is manage classes. The first thing I'm going to do is set up my classes by clicking create a class, or what I do, which is import from Google Classroom. When you import from Google Classroom, all of your students automatically populate. All they have to do on their end is simply log into Quill.org with their school email or a code you generate for them, and they're in there. From there, I would start with assigning some activities. When I assign activities, I usually opt to go for a diagnostic, which is just a pretest. When you assign a diagnostic, students get that pretest. It's pretty quick, usually takes them 20 to 30 minutes. And then you can see the skills that they need to work on and auto assign activities, which is amazing. You can see there's several different levels of the Quill pretest. I usually go with the starter diagnostic for my freshmen, intermediate for my sophomores and juniors, etc. And I have used the ELA diagnostics in the past when I've taught ESL classes. Lots of options here, so you just pick what your students need based on their level. You can preview everything. There are other options though. You do not need to assign a diagnostic. You can also pick the activities that you want to assign. This is the entire bank full of over 1,000 activities, and you can see some of the different options based on grade level, based on concepts. Let's say you're doing some ACT prep and you really want to review adverbs. You could assign a class pack to your whole class or to certain students. They could work on those skills. Moving on to some of the reports, we are going to start with the diagnostics report. This is my freshman class. We did the starter diagnostic. I could click review results and recommendations, and you would see every single student. You would see how they did on that pretest, and you would see what activities are recommended to them. It just takes a click of a button to automatically assign them the activities that they need to work on based on that diagnostic. This is showing you an overview of all of the skills that students in a particular period need to work on based on the diagnostic. You can see there, 65% of my students were proficient. That tells me that many of my students need to work on that skill, and I can make decisions about my instruction based on that information. We are now on the student dashboard, and this is probably where I spend the majority of my time because this is when you can see all of the students' names in a particular class and how they performed on all of the different activities that have been assigned to them. So you can see the green is a frequently demonstrated skill, yellow sometimes demonstrated, and red rarely demonstrated. If you scroll down, you can see students' names along with the data for individual students. The blue little magnifying glass means that they completed their diagnostic, and all of the green activities mean that they have demonstrated mastery on the activities that have been assigned. The blank ones are activities they still need to do based on the diagnostic, and after they complete all of those, I would assign them a post-test. There is really so much to explore on the teacher end of Quill, but these are some of the tools that will get you started and ensure that your students are making writing growth.